So, living life is being true to yourself. So, how are you going to flourish into this next best half of your life? May I suggest using your inner power to start taking responsibility in creating the life you want to live from here on out? It's time to let your true self shine. So I want you to embrace your unique, extraordinary, beautiful woman that you are and how you want to see her become or flourish into. Because this is what what I believe menopause is about. You are allowed to become whoever you want. This is your life and your time, and you've already lived half your life. So if you're not living the true life that you want, then now's the time to start, right? So how are you going to do this? Well, this is where your journaling comes in to being really handy. And I know I talk about it all the time, but it's very beneficial for this purpose, along with all the other purposes I told you about. So really tuning in to who you are, what you want, where you want to be, what you want to do, what you want your life to look like from here on forward. So that's listing and writing about your dreams, your desires, all your longings. What have you been thinking about in your life? Like how previous to this, have you thought about other things that you wish you were doing or could do? Maybe there's a part of your life that you absolutely don't like anymore. You want to change it, but you don't know to what. But that's what the journaling is all about. Get in touch with yourself early in the morning, later in the evening before bed, and write what comes up. Write what you're feeling, what you're desiring. Sometimes you may need to go back to your childhood and remember what were some of your passions that you talked about and got all excited about or dreamt about, things that you could do. And maybe that was too young and those dreams no longer exist anymore. Or do they? Maybe there's something else to that dream that might be existing for you now. But you don't have to go back that far. Maybe in your early young adulthood, you did have some desires and passions. Maybe you wanted to do travel or something, but your parents and your teachers, everybody wanted you to go to college. So you put that passion for travel on hold. Or maybe you did think that you were following your desire and you wanted to have a family. But and then you figured out that you may want something else, but you couldn't do that because you still had your responsibility to your family. Or perhaps you were still completing school or working and supporting your family, so you couldn't follow that dream or desire to do. But like we've talked about, your life responsibilities for your family affairs and your young adult children now are allowing you to take this time for yourself. This is your time to make something happen for you. So dreaming is great, even if you have this, what you think is like this crazy wild dream or desire, but you just talk yourself out of it because you know there's no way that that's going to happen. But you don't have to know the how it's going to happen. If it's in you, if it's a burning desire inside of you, write it down, because if it's meant to be, it is going to happen. So just remember that. Don't squelch your dreams. Expand on them. That's what this universe is about. It is expansion. That's what life is about, expanding ourselves and being able to be open to all the possibilities. Did you know that if you're able to think about something, it is a possibility? It could happen. You don't have to know, like I said, how, but if you're able to think of it, then it can come into existence. So just remember that part. Dream big. So even if you don't know what, maybe you don't have a specific dream, but you have some ideas, write those ideas down. And even as you're writing, it's opening you up and more things will come from that. So just allow yourself to dream, because if you don't, nobody else is going to dream for you. And if you have some kind of discontent or longing for something better, this is your time to figure it out. And if it's a true dream or a true desire, it will come forth in your writing, or maybe even in your thoughts, depending on how you hear or listen to your internal guidance, your soul self. So it's whatever you love and feel, it's a true passion and dream, it's going to come up for you. Okay. And you may not know exactly what it is, as I just said, but if you continue to write, it will come to fruition. You will come up with something. Just be open and be aware and listen to the small, it might be a small nudge, it might be a small whisper from your soul, or maybe you start seeing signs all around you that are pointing, saying the same thing that you've been thinking about, and you see them in signs or on commercials or in magazines, and you see the same thing over and over. That could be a big clue as to what your soul's trying to tell you to do. And when we start to live as our true selves, we do become into that higher frequency, that higher vibration of self-love and passion, and we feel that joy, and we gain our self-esteem, and we just know that what we're doing is right. We feel invigorated and excited and passionate about what it is that we're doing. And if it is a true dream and a true passion, that is probably what your purpose is in this life. And that's why you're here on this planet at this time, to live the purpose that you are meant for. Now, if you, we've spoken about how we compare and how we really shouldn't, or it's not good to compare. But if, you hear of everybody else saying that, they have a dream about owning this big multi-million-dollar company, or writing a best-selling author, or traveling around the world and speaking to millions of people to transform their lives. And and you're just thinking, well, what I really feel in my passion is to be here for my family, and I need to learn the lesson of forgiveness, and that's what I feel like I need to work on right now. Then that is your big dream, and you can't compare. Some people are made for, everybody's made for something different. So if you know what your passion and your desire is, then that's your big dream, and go for it. And when you fulfill it, maybe you'll have another one, or realize that you've already done it and now you can just enjoy life as it is, as long as you're happy with it. So whatever it is that you think, or more like feel and know is the right thing, that is the right thing for you. And just know that when you're living a mindful life and a mindful practice, that every day, in every way, you are becoming better and better. And you, in turn, are enhancing the planet, making it a better place too. And that's really what we're here for, is to live our life how we're meant and want to live it, on our terms, the way we want. And I sure hope that you have enjoyed this program and learned some things that can be helpful for you. And if you haven't already put them into practice, you can start now and start working on your dreams. So if you don't already have one, so you have something to look forward to throughout this transition of your menopause. You can continue to nourish yourself so that you can begin to flourish into that next phase of your beautiful life, whenever it seems right for you and feels right for you. So I thank you very much for your time, and I wish you all the best. Thanks very much.